So to begin with, everyone, we know you've been eagerly awaiting final word on the legal setup of Phoenix Community Capital, the founders included, and myself. So in an effort to create the most solid organization, we have encountered issues that required additional legal advice, such as making sure that our company is compliant with Internal Revenue Service codes and reporting requirements proactively, ensuring that the SEC, we love that, three letters, views our company in a positive light, and making sure that our final structure works on both sides of the Atlantic. And we felt it was critical that we allow the law firm adequate time to do its due diligence to make sure we are compliant in as many ways as possible. Those who have said, hey, it only takes 30 minutes to register a company, hey, you're right. However, because of our industry and how fast it grows, our services offered, our dual locations being both in the UK and the US, the uncertainty of the SEC's plans, and if you've been in this space long enough, we know that uncertainty all too well, and our commitment to the longevity of Phoenix Community Capital, it was important to take the time to do it right now, rather than being forced to change course a few months down the road. So we appreciate every single one of you that have been asking for what's the latest, and your patience over the past 2 months have not gone unnoticed. But we think in the bigger picture, this will have been time well spent. So the good news update we have is that our incorporation filing will be complete tomorrow. Woo!
Boom.
Wow, that was a mouthful.
There's a quick one, yeah.
Couldn't we have just said, hey everyone, incorporation filing tomorrow? Why did I have to have such a big opening statement, guys?
Because it sounds nice and it shows, you know, it's Jordan being his brilliant best, and that's what we love.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Now, enough of hear my voice, everyone. So there we go. Incorporation filing will be here tomorrow. We can then hush all the fudsters and we'll have all that information. So keep your eyes peeled. And with that being said, if that wasn't big enough news, Eric, would you like to introduce who you are, sir?
Certainly. So you guys know me as Eric, Phoenix Eric. You've seen me around the Discord server since the beginning. I am one of the founders for those who has not been here the whole time. If you're new to the space, we have been talking over the last couple of months about doxing to the community. And tonight I'm going to give you my first and last name. My first name is Eric. My last name is Marshall. And we're going to update the website in the next 24 hours with a founders page with both my portrait and Luke's portrait, first and last name, and LinkedIn profile links. So you will see that on the website in the next 24 hours. So yeah, that's it. That's me, Eric Marshall. So I'm sure
so
you guys,
happy.
I'm sure there are thousands of fingers typing right now into LinkedIn, Eric Marshall. So good luck. We'll see it in at least 24 hours. Inside of 24 hours, the website will be updated. You'll see picture, LinkedIn profile, full name, first name, last name.
What's really funny is Eric and I have been connected on LinkedIn, but since pretty much the start, isn't it, Eric? And
yeah, shortly into it, yeah.
Yeah, my LinkedIn was updated with Phoenix Community Capital on pretty much day one we started.
Yep.
And you found me. You found me on LinkedIn. So well done to the sleuths out there. But I must ask why it took you all so long. But no, well done. So Eric, thank you so much, man. I know that's a big step for you, and the community are going to really, really appreciate it. We can't wait. Well, I know what he looks like. He's very, very handsome.
Yeah, just to be clear, I have been doxed to the team, obviously, that we've hired. We have staff on board. For those of you who are new here, maybe possibly new here, we have staff on board who've been working with us for at least the last few weeks. We have moderators. I've been on camera with all of the moderators, first and last name. I've been fully doxed to Certic, and I've been fully doxed to BakerBots, who is our attorney. So this is only new to the greater community. This isn't like I've been operating in the shadows the whole time from everyone's perspective. So, but yeah, tonight it is what it is. Here I am.
Welcome, Eric.
No doubt. And it's such a shame that we can't hear like the audience reception other than seeing people type away in the channels. But I've no doubt, Eric, people will find you before we can make the official announcement.
Oh, I'm certain of it. I'm absolutely certain of it. Yes, and my LinkedIn profile will be posted. As a matter of fact, you know what? How about I just go ahead and post it anyways in the general chat, because someone's going to do it anyways. Might as well be me.
And whilst you're doing that, Luke will keep you busy with the projects. Luke, tell us more.
Yeah, man. Let's not forget other decisions have been made since the previous AMA and are related to ramping up our staff on both sides of the Atlantic. So in our UK offices, we have added a Chief Operating Officer for the EU. We have a Chief Security Officer and a Chief Technology Officer. In our US officer, we have a Chief Strategy Officer in the UK, not security. In our US officer, we now have a Chief Information Security Officer, a Director of Administration, and a new CEO of Pink Banana Marketplace. All of these individuals have been recruited from highly successful positions within various industries. More information will be available on the selected individuals at the next AMA. But get ready, we've got a new website, new branding inbound, and Pink Banana goes to the marketplace in March, which is exciting news. So, I mean, we're massively excited about the variety of the projects that we have coming our way for investment. To any potential project partners who have contacted us, for example, NFTs, especially those involving tacos or reptiles, please bear with us. We'll be addressing the partner projects and protocols by the end of March. However, today we are announcing additional incubation projects to add to Pink Banana and Swapsicle. So at the moment we have Pink Banana and Swapsicle. We are also incubating a project called NIFI, Non-Fungible U. We're going to be investing in a movie. Yes, a real movie with actual actors. Really, it's going to be exciting. And 2 video games that we're looking at as using Fire as the in-game currency. So it's just a thumbnail of other developments that are underway. And we're gonna provide more comprehensive information as the projects mature. However, this is the direction that we're looking in. We're currently looking into software development, real estate development, release of limited NFTs to celebrate our project success, release of new limited NFT runs as we release incubation projects. We have an NFT whitelisting website that is going to auto-manage whitelisting, and that'll be ready for prime time. We're going to be hiring some data analysts and accounting folks to verify our maths, provide targeted project revenue estimates. This will ensure we have accurate data gathering at all times. An incubator competition, Eric loves it. Think Shark Tank, but the winner will be incubated. We're going to be hiring technical writers to clean up our messaging. Just for example, we're going to put up a newly written white paper. And one of my favorite things, all the CEOs of our incubators will be invited to join our Phoenix Community Capital Board of Directors. That means that every single project that we incubate will have an equal seat at the table, and we'll be able to guide and drive the ecosystem alongside their communities as well. We want to make sure that Phoenix Community Capital supports everyone from all areas of the crypto ecosystem, and as we move off chain, we'll be bringing more people to the journey. So that's just kind of like a snapshot of where we're at. I'm sure you guys have got loads and loads of questions, and that's good. We love your questions, you know that. And there's a big question that's been thrown around recently, and that's about our sustainability. I'm going to tag you in for that one, Eric.
Yeah, certainly. Thank you. Yep, I'm here. Okay. So sustainability, it's been questioned a lot, rightfully so. It's a hot topic and a recurring theme as new investors join the community. We recognize that there may have been some misinformation or miscommunication about this, so we want to clarify the numbers here. Okay. The number has been floating around is that we are sustainable to 33 million nests. That's actually a misquote. From an early calculation, the actual number is 3,333,333. It's a repeating 3 for the math nerds out there. At the current growth rate, that will sustain for about 32 years. So that's the projection on sustainability for Phoenix Community Capital. and the Nest structure, 3.3 million, sustainable at the current growth rate of 32 years. So we are nowhere near hitting on that.
And the key thing as well, Eric, I know which people always ask as well about this, is reducing of the rewards.
Right.
And as much as projects have said, hey, we're not going to do it. And of course, we won't speak upon any others. Others choose not to even speak on that matter to allow them to reduce them in the future if need be.
Yeah.
Where is our stance on reducing rewards?
So we've said this before, and I'll repeat it. It's worth repeating here today.
Yeah, please.
We are not in a position where rewards have to be reduced at the current time. We don't foresee a situation where rewards have to be reduced at the current time or in the near future. If circumstances present themselves in the future that somehow we haven't accounted for in the mathematical modeling that we did early on, we're not opposed to it in the answer to sustainability. However, it's as far away from our mind right now as could possibly be. It's not necessary at the moment. It's not necessary in the foreseeable future. If it becomes necessary, it will not catch us by surprise. We will have time to examine and understand if it becomes necessary. But right now, it is not necessary at all.
Excellent. Thank you for the transparency, Eric. And again, look, we open up all our channels for fair criticism. So please, everyone, not just myself, not just Luke and Eric, we have a fantastic team of moderators and also people within the community who will answer your question. You know, we will not shun you. We will not ban you for asking difficult questions because they will make us better. Okay. So be brutal, be honest, but be respectful in all the channels when you've got questions following up with this. On that topic, I'm going to take the lead on the next announcement regarding this wonderful space called Discord and how our Discord has grown. Although to a vanity metric of 5,000 Phoenix Knights, it's still a vanity metric which we should be proud of, but more so what's happening now that you're here, right? So for us to keep up with the growth, we've hired new mods. We've created fantastic structure, and our mods will be meeting with me multiple times throughout the week to ensure that what's happening on the ground hits my ears, and then I can bring that back up to the top level of the team as well. So in order for us to create a more efficient flow of information and more easily accessible assistance for our Discord community members, we're making a few role changes to reflect the responsibilities of our online staff, as well as showing the added role of our Phoenix Community Capital staff members as we are growing. These changes are as follows. Point number 1, co-founders and co-CEOs, as seen on stage, excluding myself, Eric and Luke will remain in the only red Phoenix names in the server, and these changes will be taking place after this AMA. Community leaders' names will also appear in a unique hex color. These are myself and Koos, K-U-S. Hopefully you've had a positive interaction with Koos. He is everywhere. He lives and breathes in our Discord. So Koos is our community manager. Yep, I report to him. So me and him, we will definitely be those who will take all the feedback back to the senior team. Moderators' names will remain in blue. Is it Sion or Cyan? Luke, Eric, how do you pronounce it? Cyan? Cyan? Cyan. Cool, we'll go with Cyan.
Or if you're from the South in the United States, it's Cyan.
There we are. We've got a little bit of diversity. We speak multiple languages up here. So moderators will be present in blue, or as you can see, cyan. Phoenix Community Capital staff members will now show in a new color, yet to be decided. But we still want you to be able to identify who's part of the wider Phoenix team. And then the fire starters, so those who were here during the stealth launch, the flames, those were here during the early time of the project, and the master NFT holders, the grandmaster NFT holders, and Phoenix Knights, your roles will remain unchanged along with your colors as well. So mainly the changes have come from a management position, so don't be alarmed. On top of that as well, when we talk about being alarmed, we're going to make sure that we improve our communication. You know, we understand that when we make updates to the website, a lot of you are very sharp And you may notice a change before we announce it. And we're going to ensure that when we aim to make a change, we announce it before the community finds out. And we're going to ensure that our moderators are also educated and up to date with what's going on, so we can better support all of you as well. So now, in closing, before we come to a few more questions, as you are all aware, despite zero, actually, Luke, you know what? It's going to sound better coming from your voice. So, Luke, would you like to close out the announcements?
Let me close it out. Thanks, Julie. You're doing such a good job. I didn't want to stop you. So, hey guys. So, as you're aware, I mean, we've done no marketing, none. This stunning organic growth, our little fire project, has exceeded our expectations so far. It's blown all of our minds. We're really excited. However, it is even more critical that we keep focused on building a solid foundation and an infrastructure that makes business sense, and a team that will ensure growth and stability. And I understand that it may be frustrating to all of us who are more inclined to act quickly, but we do ask you to bear with us. I promise we're going to get there together. So while the FUD doctors are taking pot shots at us, we're still moving forward. Our commitment to success is unwavering. Now, it's important to emphasize here that while it may seem that we're moving at the speed of an aging 500-pound sloth with a bad leg, please keep in mind that the success and longevity of this project, and by extension, the success of our individual investors, that's you, are our ultimate goals, all right? There's a lot at stake for all of us, okay? And we are determined to successfully exercise our fiduciary responsibilities. Guys, we love every one of you. Like, you know, to the ones who've been here from the start, thank you so much. To the guys who are new, thank you so much. It's a really exciting little project that we're developing here. Well, actually, it started little. It's not little anymore. This baby is growing. It's growing really, really, really nicely. But we do need to keep the reins on it. We need to keep it in control, because, you know, if it loses control, that's a bad situation. So we thank you so much. I believe we've got some questions, Jordan.
We do.
Fantastic.
And you know, the only reason I passed that closing over to you was because of fiduciary. That's a mouthful, and I'm glad you smashed it out the park.
Fiduciary. I think, unless it's said differently in America, like aluminium. They've forgotten.
It's pronounced fiduciary here.
Ooh.
Fiduciary.
Yeah, so
I like
there's
it.
a little-
Maybe I got it wrong.
Yeah, there's some emphasis on a different syllable there. So
Wow, we are educated up here.
Love
I
that.
love that.
Love
Not
it.
just a pretty face, Luke. Or you, Eric, soon come. Soon come.
wait, did you say I'm not pretty?
No. I said.
I'm
like, at the
kidding.
moment-
No,
I
you
just
did
said
say
no.
that, Eric. You did say that.
This is being recorded, you know.
It is. It is. And 449 people are witnessing this debacle.
I love it, man. I love it. Hey, everyone. Hope you're good.
So let me bring it back to a little bit more professionalism. So we have some questions from the community. As I mentioned, these questions have been voted by you all as being worthy of being put in front of the founder. So we start with, as a solution for the issues some mobile users experience, have we considered getting listed on DBank? Then we could track our rewards via our wallet address instead of connecting to MetaMask, which is often buggy. Luke, Eric, who would like to take that?
I'm not as familiar with DBank. So, Luke, are you familiar with DBank?
I am not as familiar with DBank, so I think that's one we're going to have to just go and
Duly noted. We will investigate
definitely
and
if
react accordingly.
If there's anything else that you think that we should be listed on, let us know. Don't go all crazy and say Binance or Crypto.com or anything like that. But if there's anywhere that you think would be beneficial to us to list, then if it's going to support you guys with the Trezors or anything like that, let us know, because your security is our number one priority.
Most definitely. Moving through to the second question. Does Phoenix own an AVAX node, or are they thinking of purchasing one as part of the investment portfolio? Luke, Eric, who would like to take that?
Yeah,
We've talked about it.
we've talked about it. We've investigated it. We've run the numbers. It's it's on the radar. We're looking at it for an interesting reason. But yeah, no, it's definitely something that we're thinking of.
Yeah, I don't think the reason needs to be a secret while we're looking at it. I'll be honest with you up front. The ROI is rather low
Yes.
for the investment capital. So you've got to put up a lot of investment capital. And if you were an individual investor, the ROI on this looks really attractive. But when you're doing it on behalf of a community of thousands of people who are invested, it doesn't look as attractive as some of the other stuff we could be doing with the money. So that's not the reason we're looking at it, but we are looking at it for another reason. Luke, do you want to expand on that? And maybe unmute your microphone.
Hey man, yeah, sorry, I stepped away. We feel that as we grow and develop on the Avalanche network, we need to support it. The projects that we're going to develop, if it goes to where we plan, it's going to put a lot of strain on the network. So,
Correct.
you know, as responsible users of the network, we feel it is our responsibility to also support the network that we're using. NIFI, our next project, is going to be it's going to be a network architect's nightmare. Yeah, there's definitely scope for it.
Let's just say NIFI is ambitious, and the network will need to scale. And we will be in touch with the Avalanche team before we go to a launch phase on that. Actually, during the design phase, we have contacts over there, don't we, Luke, at the Avalanche Foundation team?
We do, I believe.
Right.
I'm chasing it up. It'd be good.
If at any point I say too much, you just slap me and say stop.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I mean,
I'm teasing.
Like, there's so much, isn't there? We're allowed to let a little bit slip sometimes. AVAX nodes. So it's on the plan, but let's categorically say it's not nodes as a service. Okay, it's not nodes as a service, but
correct.
We may be running validator nodes to support the Avalanche network in the future.
And while we may benefit from those nodes in a financial way, that's not the reason why we're looking to get them. It's not for a financial ROI benefit for an investment. It's to strengthen the network that we're building our ecosystem on here.
Perfect. Perfectly summarized. Moving forward, team. So suggestion for the website. Could we add a checkbox option in the Nest/NFT window that will give the option of claiming less than all of our rewards? For example, a user could maybe select 5 of their 10 nests to claim from. Thoughts, feelings, Eric, Luke?
It sounds like something that's really, really easy to implement, but it's not, because that feature is written into the smart contract.
Yeah,
correct.
So that would mean that we'd have to create a completely new smart contract in order to create that. And that, I'm sorry guys, that does not represent a significant risk for us to undertake such a large task. So that's going to be a negative, and I'm really sorry.
There's a large amount of risk associated with migrating smart contracts, especially in an actively traded and actively just interacted with application from a technical standpoint. So to deploy a new smart contract that's updated to provide that functionality, the benefit does not justify the risk or the cost in which doing so. So yeah, that's not going to be added, as Luke mentioned.
Thank you, fellas. Maybe not the answer the person was looking for.
Probably not the one they hoped for.
But the answer everyone needed to know, which is okay. That's what's happening. And we move forward. We move forward accordingly. Now, over to a very important, potentially sensitive subject for you two, for evident reasons, founder tokens. So if you're an OG in this project, you would have known both gentlemen are receiving founder tokens this month. If you're new, and potentially even if you were an OG, this might be the first time you're hearing this. Let's clarify it right now. So, Eric and Luke, please clarify the correct number of fire tokens that you will both be given / unlocked, and if they have any restrictions on how much you can sell per day, etc. So, Eric, we'll come to you first.
Certainly, yes. It's 50,000 each, right? Represents a total of 10% of the outstanding tokens. It's 5% each founder. It's pretty standard for cryptocurrency founders to just give themselves tokens within the project, right? So there's examples of this in traditional business where founders typically reserve stock for themselves and the companies. In crypto, it's done with tokens, and it's not uncommon. Vitalik Buterin, one of the co-founders of Ethereum, currently holds a bunch. They recently released the founder of Bitcoin to the guy that they've officially in court identified as the founder of Bitcoin. He now sits on something like $50 billion worth of Bitcoin. So it's not an uncommon practice. Now, I know I've listed off some rather large tokens or coins, but it's not an uncommon practice. So we're not doing anything that's unusual or different or otherly than other projects or other crypto holdings have done in the past and continue to do going forward. I will point out that we do have a cooldown period on that. So we did say 90 days from start was when we were going to take possession of them. I'm working with Luke, and we're trying to discern a vesting period. We haven't really, we'll have it defined before we go to the point. So I'll tell you what it won't be. It won't be 50,000 tokens to each to each founder on the same day. So we're talking about a vesting period where perhaps we get a certain amount per quarter or per month, and then there's some type of a selling restriction on that. I don't personally intend to sell a bunch of them for gain because not to give financial advice. This is not financial advice, but with certain assets, you can take loans and collateralize positions. So that's a good way to realize a value of an asset as income without actually liquidating it for cash. So that's if you guys are worried about dumping tokens on the market or how much are they going to sell or are they going to burn this thing into oblivion, I'd like to go on record and say Luke and I have been in complete possession of the entire token wallet that has over 900,000 tokens in it at this point, and we have not sold those tokens for personal gain. So if you have a fear that somehow we get possession of founder tokens and we're going to all of a sudden turn around and dump them on the market in order to enrich ourselves, that's not our goal here. It's never been our goal. We've had the capability of doing that, even though we haven't done it. We don't want to do it. We never will do it. It's been the capability of doing so since day one. So just want to point out, for those who are afraid, we could have done it at any point in the last 60 days. It's not something that we're going to do. Luke, I'm going to leave it to you to answer some more of that if you want.
Yeah, man. I think it's just, it comes down to trust, guys. You know what I mean?
There's a reason this is a question, by the way.
That's it. Exactly.
Right? There's a reason. We understand the reason.
Yeah. Like, people have been burnt and hurt in DeFi, and we understand that. And, there's some really, really, really bad people out there who've done some really bad stuff, and they've hurt a lot of people, and get that. We got burnt. We just decided that we wanted to do it better than everyone else, and that's why we're here. Now, this founders tokens has been a question from the start, and it's something that Eric and I, we've kind of batted off. And the reason being is it's the least of our concerns at the moment. I'm really personally, I'm really not bothered about that.
Yeah, it really is not high priority.
It's totally not on my radar at the moment. My radar at the moment is ensuring that this ship is steady and sailing properly, because that way we've got, we need to maintain our focus on the direct cause. And, it's like Eric said from day one, we pick a target, we aim and we shoot, and we're shooting true. We're here, man. Like, we're not going anywhere. We understand that you've been hurt in the past, but I think Eric and I, we just want to let our actions do the talking. And before they drop, we'll have something in place that we'll present to you guys, and it'll be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Please,
the
please
other part of that
understand.
question, there was another part of that question, and it was who are the tokens going to go to? That is just myself and Luke.
Just
No one
us.
else. No one else on the team has an allocation of tokens from the creation of the project. Just myself and Luke.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for the honesty, gents. I think the overwhelming message right there is it comes down to trust. And if trust hasn't been earned already, knowing the severity of the worst case scenario is, Eric and Luke have access to this wallet, and they could have done something like this before, and they haven't. And if that's not enough, again, we say it time and time again, let us earn your trust. Both of them have led by an example, have taken on the greatest amount of risk, will continue to lead accordingly, and we will all hold them accountable. And that's the exact reason why a legal entity is being provided. That's the exact reason why both of them are doxing. So they can't escape, even if Luke or Eric were to have a turn of heart. They can't escape the consequences. And so that shouldn't be the main thing that puts you at ease. But that's why we're doing things right. That's why we've been taking our time, and that's why they have been unlocked at a delayed period. So all these necessary things can be put in place to protect both Eric and Luke, but also to protect every single one of us, myself included. So moving on to maybe a little bit more of a lighter note, NFTs, fellas. So some people in the room may have an NFT. Some people may be eyeing up an NFT and thinking, well, you know what? I don't really want to boost my rewards. I'd rather create another nest. Now, we're not here, of course, to sell you on why you should get an NFT, but there have been questions about, well, what other benefits are there? Will there be more benefits to Grandmaster NFT holders to whitelisting with incubated projects? Will holding several master NFTs be more beneficial than one? So, Luke, I'll start with you first, buddy. Thoughts and the future of NFTs?
Oh, playing favorites now, huh?
Eric, I
You
came
can take it, Eric. Do you want to take it?
I'm kidding. I'm just lightening the mood, joking here.
Um, so, I mean, we've said it from day one. The NFTs are going to be used in the wallet reward system. We want to be able to reward the people most loyal to the project by us being most loyal to them. So if you invest in the project, if you purchase NFTs, you get access to our pre-sale on our new projects, which is nice. We've created a smart contract that allows you to automatically log in your Web3 app, connect your wallet, and it will automatically direct you to the allocation that you're entitled to based on your NFT holdings. And as we progress and as we develop, we're going to include more NFTs into this wallet reward system so that it will grow. We want it, think of it like, each NFT would be kind of like like a scout badge, and then the more badges you have, the higher level of access you have to whitelists. Anything to add, Eric?
I dozed away there for a second. I was looking at a message that came across in LinkedIn since I shared my LinkedIn profile earlier. Did you talk about what part of the question that came across was, is there a benefit to having more than one master NFT, or are all holders of the master NFT going to be treated equally regardless of how many they have?
Yeah, that's it. It's all equal, isn't it, Eric?
Yeah, if you have one or you have 10, you're still just a master NFT holder. That's not a disrespect to anybody. Yeah, it's just the way that the software is written that like we said, we automated this. It's in programming. So we wrote we had our developers. I shouldn't say we did it. I'm not a developer. Luke's not a developer. We're actually more business oriented people that have developers working for us. So we had our developers go out and write a smart contract to evaluate the holdings, and we didn't do any discernment on number of NFTs. Just if you had one, you qualified for this tier. If you didn't, then you qualified for this tier. Or if you had this type of NFT, you qualified for this tier. So that's the extent of the logic behind what's going on in the smart contract. So it's equity by the fact that we didn't go that deep into it.
Excellent. And something that we'll constantly revisit in the future as well. I think that's really key to note that there will be
Yeah, it could
future
evolve.
utility.
Yeah, it could evolve.
Exactly. Just like the Fire token as well, which is a nice little segue to a more definitive, updated statement of who is or what is Phoenix Community Capital. This has constantly been asked by members, to really give a statement which can be repeated from the whole community of who we are. So, yeah, I do have favorites, Eric. And Luke, I know we've been speaking online just now, and that you're happy to give this definition. And we'll update it as well in the frequently asked questions. So, Luke, are you happy to give the new definitive statement?
Yes, thank you. So, Phoenix Community Capital. Eric and I are the Phoenix Community Capital are the custodians of the Fire token. We are the management company of the Fire token. The Fire token is a reflection token. Okay, so that is, you sign up, you stake your fire, the fire goes into the reflection pool, and you get rewarded a fire based on your nest holding. Eric and I run Phoenix Community Capital, which is the management company behind that. And within that, we will be moving to become a regulated investment company.
Boom. Powerful. And we're going to also be bringing on head of communication as well, who's going to make sure that we are polished whenever it comes to our written format as well. So keep your eyes peeled, team, for our comms to be more narrowed in, for it to be clearer, more concise, so you feel truly proud when you speak to others about what we're doing here. So thank you for that, Luke. Thank you. And finally, before we hand it over and let all hell break loose and bring up community members,
completely off script.
Exactly. We've got one final question, which is last week we heard about Nifty and how it's a revolutionizing project in crypto that Luke is heading up. Can we get a few more spoilers about this project, please? And like I said, Eric, I don't want you to feel left out, buddy. Would you like to give us any insights to Nifty before we hand over to Luke?
No.
There we go.
It's Luke's brainchild. So I know enough about it, but I won't steal his thunder because that's just not right.
Thanks, Eric. You're more than welcome to talk about it, though. So Nifty was a little brainworm that happened to me one day, and I was sat online and I was looking at Web3 and I was like, "This is amazing! Look at this! We're able to interact anonymously through our MetaMask. How cool is that?" And the idea grew, and it was about how we can control the usage of personal data. Because I don't know about you guys, but it fucking pisses me off when companies use my data for their gain.
Tell us how you really feel.
Good thing you're not filtered up here.
Well, they profit off our data. Our data is our data. Your data is your data. So we're working on Nifty, non-fungible U. It's putting your data in your hands. We're going to be providing anonymity as a service. And the idea is to empower people to interact anonymously, but in a safe and secure manner. It's kind of like the elevator pitch for now. I'm sure you have loads of questions. This is going to be, we have an end goal in mind. We have an end product in mind. I'm just trying to think what I can say and what I can't. I want to give more. I want to tell you about it without telling you about it. It's going to completely revolutionize how we interact with blockchain, how we interact with the web, and how we interact with each other. And I think that right now, data privacy should be a number one priority for all of us.
Yeah.
And it needs to be managed effectively. Someone's going to create it. I'd rather it was us because I know we have the morals and integrity to manage it correctly. And yeah, we're racing to be first to market. I'm sure there's someone out there with a similar idea. But we are, yeah, we've amassed a crack team of people now. And with this baby will be brought to market, and I think it will change the world. I think Eric thinks quite highly of it.
I do. Yes, it's not a singular or shared statement. It's a shared statement. It's a shared feeling that it is going to be revolutionary in its production. So, yeah, we're just not giving away a whole lot of details right now for probably obvious reasons. For those of you who's not as obvious, we want to be first to market and make sure that we own the intellectual property and the idea. So we're not sharing all the details at this point. Most of you in here, I think, can understand why.
Yeah, man. But I hope that helps you get thinking about it. And if you have any ideas that you think would add to the pot, let me know. And if you stumble upon a little secret, I might let you know as well. But yeah, no, I'm so excited that we are able to do this. It just fits in with the ethos of what Phoenix Community Capital is. We're about integrity, morality, and it's about we're building a table. We want everyone to come and eat, and there's a big feast, and we're all having a good time. So let's make sure that the food is growing. And yeah, Niffy's, oh man, so excited.
And we can tell, man. We can tell. And it won't be long till your baby can be shared with the world. And with that being said, this is the official end of the censored AMA. And now for all hell to break loose and bring up some of our favorite investors in the space. So if you would like to come up on stage and pick the brains of Eric and Luke, or just say how much you love them, we welcome both. Request to speak and we'll bring you up. Now, being conscious of time, fellas, are we going to end exactly on the hour, or can we give a little couple minutes over?
I can go over a little bit. Luke, what is your time limit like? I don't mind going over a little bit. I don't think we have to stick to a strict schedule of 1 hour, but I want to be mindful. Luke it's later in the evening for him. It's only about 10 minutes to 5 p.m. my time.
Yeah, man. I've got a half hour in me. I've had a really long day. I was up early this morning.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I've got a half hour in me.
There you go.
Okay.
So take it easy on Luke, okay? He's delicate today. He's delicate.
Yeah, I'm delicate, man. I want to be in my duvet with a hot water bottle.
Yeah. Never mind. He looks like Conor McGregor with his shirt off, but that's okay. He's not delicate, y'all.
I'm fat Conor McGregor.
Oh, well, moving from MMA comparisons to who's patiently waiting in the audience. We're just going to do first come, first serve. So Bashir, I'm going to invite you to speak. If you accept that request, unmute yourself when you come up on stage. Make sure your audio settings are correct, and the stage will be yours. But if you don't accept that request in 5, 4, 3, 2, I can feel him sweating trying to accept it.
It's like the Jeopardy theme going down. Da, 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 da. Nope.
I'm sorry, my friend.
Sorry, bro.
You are not lucky tonight. Although you can request to speak again. But we're now going to come to the second person, Red Danny 2017. Red Danny, I'm giving you 5 seconds.
Oh, there we go. Quick trigger.
That was in. Hey, Red Danny, how you doing?
Red Danny, if you're speaking, we cannot hear you.
I'm
not sure if maybe you're like a double muted.
So Red Danny, if you're on your laptop, if you look for the little mic button, there's a little arrow pointing down. If you click that, that will give you your input device settings. If you've got multiple devices, have a little play, click around. Okay, we can see you having a little play. Red Danny, I don't want to let the power get to my head, but I will happily kick you back down to the audience. No, I'm joking. Sadly though, Red Danny.
So we're going to have to add
Okay, he's muted. He's unmuted.
I think we're going to have to add a title to Jordan, call him Bouncer, AMA Bouncer.
Yeah,
But Danny, I don't want to do it, but
Oh, look, they are queuing up. Right. Sorry, Red Daniel.
Yeah, sorry, bud. Yeah, we're getting a large queue of people trying to get up here.
Bruiser 1, it's your time to shine.
Bruiser
First
1,
person couldn't
somebody.
accept.
Come on,
Second person
anybody.
couldn't talk. Bruiser 1, what you got?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes,
can.
we
Thank you so much.
All right, perfect. So my question was for Luke and Eric. Seeing as how you two are the only ones with the master wallet access, what security measures are being taken so that that is secure and safe?
That's a good question, man. So we have Chief Information Security Officer Brian, who monitors our connections. I have my end. The seed phrase is locked away in a secret location. It is off premises. I'm not really going to go into too much more. However, security is number one priority in all manners. I don't have access at home. I keep access off site. So yeah, man. Yeah.
Mine's safe deposit box. So like if you found your way and came to my house, you're not getting it. So
Perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
I work in the security industry, so that's why I ask.
No, it's a good question, man. And you know what? It's security is the number one priority, and in everyone, I recommend to anyone in crypto, double check your security. You can't be too careful out there. Generally, the point of failure is the human. So if you see a site that if you don't trust it, double check it. If they ever ask for your seed phrase, never give it. Yeah, use your wits. Double check everything, right? Because it only takes a second to make a mistake. Yeah, man. Thanks, Bruiser.
yeah. Also, you guys can have a look at my LinkedIn profile now that I've posted it and see that my history is also in cybersecurity as well as enterprise network and enterprise systems. So I'm very familiar with the security of intellectual data and data at rest, data in flight. So everything I work with commercial grade stuff in my house. If anyone was curious about security measures in that respect. Bruiser, did you have any other questions?
Yeah, well, I've got you guys on. Is there any interest for those of us who are stateside in a physical meetup for some sort of a kind of conference? I personally have to travel to Texas every couple months or so.
Well, I live in Houston, so I've had several team members reach out to me that are in the Houston area and said they wanted to meet up. I've actually connected with a couple of them on LinkedIn and the community, the greater community. I just asked them to please respect that I'm going to Docs at a later time, which is today, and then not disclose who I am prior to the time period which I was ready to do so. But I don't see why not. We could probably make it even an official thing. Like, do you want to do something like that, Luke? In the I don't know, in the UK, you could have a little meetup, like a conference almost. Maybe do like a hotel, and I don't know if we need to get rooms or anything like that, but maybe a central location where we could do an event party and say, I don't know how do we control access though.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to be putting on some events in the coming months in London.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. We'll have to work with our event coordinator and see if we can get something going. As far as like a one-on-one or like a one-on-3 or 4 or something like that, hey, let's just go have a beer. Maybe. I mean, I like to be social and hang out. I'm not against it. If you're in the Houston area and you're pretty friendly, then sure.
Sounds good. I'll reach out if it works then.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Great question, Bruiser.
The Texas meet as well.
Appreciate it. Thanks, fellas.
No doubt, Bruiser. No doubt, my man.
Luke, are you still coming to Texas at some point? No, I'll tell you what, leave that alone. We'll leave that alone.
Yeah, I'll pick that up after. Come on.
Just before we go to the next person, Lazy Whale said in the general chat, I hope Luke uses his founder tokens to buy a new mic.
Oh, he's actually got a really nice microphone, guys.
Yeah, man, I'll proper invest. Right, listen, yeah. Like,
the problem is that I'm really close to mine, so it's probably picking up better, and yours is on a boomstick hanging over the desk. Maybe you need to pull it in closer.
Exactly.
Wow, don't eat it.
Moving on, Tony. Here's your chance to come up on stage to save us. So, Tony, what's your question, my friend?
Yeah, Luke, that was terrible. Don't get that close with it.
Can you hear me?
Oh. Tony, we can hear you. Luke, you are really distorted now, so I can't even make out words.
Hello?
What about now? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yo, you hear me now?
perfectly. Yes.
Yo. What about now?
Hey, Tony, we got you.
Okay, great. I've had a couple of questions asked of me about the Swapsicle and NFT holders getting on the whitelist. When is the whitelist going to be available for the NFT holders?
In the coming weeks. We're just coordinating all the final steps now, Tony. And as you know, with any project, it's always just putting in the last final bits on time together. So yeah, we just popping the last bits in. So as soon as we know it, know the date, we'll let you know.
That's fine. That's all I need to know then, and nothing else. I'll let the next person up.
Thanks, Tony. Thanks for being here. Tony's been here since the beginning, everyone. So been on several AMAs. Thanks for coming up.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah. Catch you soon, Tony. Thank you.
Bye.
Awesome. Moving on, we have To Be Frank, a master NFT holder. That's why I love these little roles. We can identify.
Oh, it's neat, isn't it? Yeah, we can see everybody's involvement here.
Can you hear me?
It's a little bit weak, but yes.
I have a question about sustainability.
All right, fire away.
The project breaks at 3 million, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct. Yeah, well, I shouldn't say, don't use
More
the
or
word
less.
breaks, but it becomes, let's just say, unsustainable, challenging. It's not something we couldn't overcome if we really had to. But yeah, go ahead with your question. Sorry, that was the correct statement.
Okay, my question is, does that change depending on growth? Like if we started growing too fast with...
Well, I think the growth rate right now is actually really good. At the rate we're growing right now, it represents, as we did our figures earlier today, 32 years worth of sustainability in the tokenomics. That's just separated from everything else. Just the inflow outflow of the tokens within the tokenomic that sustains for 32 years. If it starts growing at a faster rate, obviously, if you take away from one side, you have to add to the other on all these equations. So yeah, it would affect the timeline. But if you look at one of our largest, I wouldn't say they're really a competitor. They don't do exactly what we do, but they have a similar reward system. If you look at Strongblock, for instance, they've amassed 355,000 nodes. I think they've been in operation for a little over a year and a half. So I think their growth rate's a little higher than ours. They've done a lot of advertising. They're kind of the name in the space for what they do. So they run a great ship over there. Love those guys. Don't know them personally, but we took inspiration somewhat from those guys over there. So yeah, I don't see it being an issue. If we ended up like doubling every day, then obviously we'd have an issue. But we've been pretty low compared to some of our more direct competitors in the growth rate, which some of them I think wished they could have the lower growth rates because there is such a thing as growing too fast, as you pointed out. But I don't think it'd be an issue with what we're doing here.
I saw a project it launched about 2 weeks ago, and they've got 100,000 nodes already, and I'm thinking that's really toppy.
Probably has to do with the emission rate, right? So if you start off with a high emission rate, let's say you started off with like a, if you had the same buy-in, say 10 tokens to buy a node, quote unquote, we don't run nodes here, and you had a starting emission rate of like 1 token a day, that's way too high. And what you'll end up with is people compounding to the point where it becomes top heavy, which is why we went with the lower emission rate or a lower reward rate than all of our competitors. Everyone came out with much higher. They were trying to see who could get the most to attract users in, right? And then they all immediately had to go, oh crap, it doesn't work. We have to scale it down. We started off with that sustainability in mind. For those who just got here or who have only gotten here the last couple of weeks, we said in one of the earliest AMAs we did, we actually forecasted all of this out mathematically before we developed the reward system. So we didn't create the reward system and then go, oh crap, I don't know if this works or not. We actually figured out, ran models, and determined sustainability prior to launching so that we wouldn't have to have that really hard conversation later and say, guys, listen, I know you've been enjoying the reward rates. However, now we have to reduce it because it's not sustainable and never was. So that's the reason we started off with a lower. We also don't have multiple tiers. If you newer people haven't noticed that or not, there's only one nest. You can't build a bigger nest and a middle nest and a small nest and a micro nest. We're not doing that here because that just increases the complexity and the calculations for sustainability. It's actually simpler and cleaner if you just leave it at the one.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Second question, real quick. The Fire token, other than the NFT and the game that you just announced today, is there any other uses for the token in the future?
The wallet reward system.
Yeah, the way it's used right now is it's a reflection token, right? So that's the current use for it. And then we have 2 video games that are in early discussions for development that will be utilizing the token as an in-game currency. So it should increase buying, utility for the token, so people are incentivized to buy it.
Okay, thanks. That's all I got.
Yeah, nothing else to add at this point. We're open to suggestions. Not against adding more utility to the token. Obviously, more utility is better. So at this point, though, that's just the 2 video games. We don't have anything else in the horizon or in the announcement phase that we've identified. I mean, I'll be honestly candid with you that we only have as far as token utility goes, we only have the 2 video games that are going to use it as the in-game currency, and that's it. No other utility cases have been brought up yet, but we're not opposed to adding more.
To be frank.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate you answering my questions.
No worries, Frank. Just to add to that, within the NFT space, we're going to be bringing out more and more ranges. With regards to utility, we've thought of use cases that are absolutely out of this world, and we're exploring how we can do that. As we've said from day one, it's about an ecosystem. So whether that's file or whether we integrate different tokens into an ecosystem, it remains to be seen. But we're definitely looking at utility as a priority.
I appreciate it. I'm gonna step down now. Let somebody else come up.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, that goes into play with the just as we're bringing the next person up. I'm sorry. Goes into play with sustainability. So, Cryptonaut, is that the right one? Jordan, can we bring Cryptonaut up?
Yeah, I think it's pronounced Cryptonaut, like astronaut.
Yeah, here in America, it's called astronaut, not note.
Same.
It's a little, yeah, it's a variation on the same word. Except for the ones where we absolutely take out letters that existed and then don't use them, like aluminum, for instance. So aluminium. Whoever heard of that?
Cryptonaut, the stage is yours.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Awesome. Hey, just want to thank you guys. Love the project. I did have a quick question. I've seen it on the Discord a couple times and thought I'd bring it up on the AMA. Claim button. Well, not the claim button, but a compound button, so that we didn't necessarily have to claim the tokens into our wallet. I know there's been a lot of discussion in the US of having that actual claim be a taxable income event, and just wondering if there's any possibility of getting a compound button so we never actually had to take ownership of the Fire tokens when we want to compound into a new nest. Just kind of wanted to see what your thoughts on that were. Still charge the 0.5 or 0.5 AVAX for that utility, but just avoid it going into our wallet before we compound it into a new nest.
So not a tax expert, especially here in the US, but couldn't you, this may spiral into conversation that I'm not qualified to really have in a professional capacity. But if you claimed it, right, you've received it. But then if you spend it, it's an expenditure. It's not an investment because you're losing possession of the tokens in exchange for the nest. Couldn't you realize that as a loss immediately?
I mean, that's kind of the question that
I mean, I would ask a CPA.
Yeah.
I would encourage you to
Yeah,
seek
yeah,
out a
I mean,
tax professional. Ask a CPA. I've heard that tossed around by people way smarter than me when it comes to taxes.
Yep.
But yeah, I've heard people say it can be used as a loss. You can track that. So if you take the token in, you immediately use it to invest in another nest as you're compounding. You could take that as a loss as well. It does add a line, unfortunately, that you have to keep track of. If you're keeping it all in like a spreadsheet, like I do, for instance, then it gets to be cumbersome. But as we pointed out earlier, that would mean changing the smart contract. We didn't write something like that in there to begin with. I don't know how we could get creative to do something like that without changing the smart contract. I'll tell you what, I'll do this. Let me take a note and I will go back to the developers. As I mentioned earlier in the discussion, neither Luke or myself are developers, and I don't want to make assumptions on what can and can't be done. So let me say that I'll take a note and I'll bring it to the development team for discussion. I know the initial conversations we've had in the Discord server were the claim fee that we charge. And it's worth noting here too, for some people that may be new here, if you don't mind, let me use this as a bit of a soapbox. We don't take from the token to fund ourselves, right? So other competitors in the market, I don't want to say any names because I don't want to be seen as someone who's casting shade, but other competitors in the market have historically, and I think still do, use their own token as a funding mechanism for business operations. We don't do that. That's part of what the claim fee pays for and what the maintenance fee pays for. That's how we fund ourselves for business operations. That's how we can afford to hire staff and investment advisors, legal fees, hosting fees, stuff like that. So that's why we have a lower sell pressure than what you see consistently in the rest of the market, is because we don't take from our own breadbasket to eat. So you guys pay us. So the initial question came up, can we have a compound button? And I thought, well, that would negate the claim fee, and that's part of how we sustain ourselves. So like we can't get away from that. But your point is that we could do that, still charge the claim fee, but compound without actually seeing it in your own. Let's say in the crypto record on the blockchain. If you were to look into the blockchain viewer or the blockchain snow trace, in our case on Avalanche, you wouldn't see it actually show up in your wallet. So let me ask the developers if that's something that can be done or not. And we'll put that in an FAQ.
I mean, that's exactly what I was thinking. So
yeah,
I appreciate the answer.
Yeah, no problem. So I started answering it like I had this grand knowledge of programming, and I really don't. It's I understand the logic, and I'm a technical person, but I'm not a developer. So, and Luke even more so is not a developer.
Really excited about the project. Love what you guys are building. So keep it up.
That's the intention, is to keep going. Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's all I got.
Okay.
Awesome. Ciao for now, brother. Ciao for now. Fellas, conscious of time, do we have 5 more minutes with you?
I think we said we could go to 5:30. Nice. I say 5:30 my time, right? So that's like 20 more minutes. Cool. We have, let's see, we got what? Like 10 more people. I think we could cut it off. What do you think? What do you think, Luke? We limit it to like 1 or 2 questions. I'll try to speak less lecturing. Like, I have a tendency to get long-winded, so I'll try to keep my conversations to a minimum because it's probably my fault we keep running over on each question.
Nah, it's all good, man. It's all good. I'm really, really tired. I'll push it for another 10 minutes. I'll hang around till half 11.
Yeah,
I really need to
totally up to you. If you want to say, hey, 5 more minutes and then we cut it off, that's up to you. Like I said, I'm at your mercy. It's only 5:10 p.m. my time. The sun is still up where I am. So
yeah, thank you, Eric. I really appreciate that. No, do you know what? It's important that we hear the community. So no, man, definitely. I'll stay for another 20.
Okay. Pressure always works. So here comes Scott Canada. Excellent. Scott Canada, the floor is yours, sir.
Hey guys, how's it going? I just wanted to hop on and say great job by the team. The socials, the mods, everything's going really good. It's been quite a ride since Stealth launch. It's been a last crazy couple months. You guys make it impossible for you, my old grouchy, jaded investor self. You pretty much answered everything already, and you do every week. The only question I have is I have one of these limited edition T-shirts that I got made up that's been banned, so it's probably worth $1 million by now. But are you guys going to have a merch store opening up anytime soon for us?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, we do. Yes. We've been working on it actually since the beginning.
We have.
Yep.
We have. Let me tell you an interesting story. Eric, so fashion is very different in the UK to how it is in America.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead and tell that story. It's a good one.
Oh,
But keep it concise because we have more people.
I'll keep it really quick. So, Eric, I was like, hey, I like this design. I thought nice polo shirt, little logo, very British, understated. And Eric, this, I can only describe it as god awful, Eric. It's this huge, it looks fire. There's this huge phoenix with this fire around it. So we're going to have two ranges. We're going to have a range for the discerning British gentleman, and we're going to have one for the good old American as well. So hope that's all right for you guys.
Yeah, fashion's very different between the two places. And I've only been to the UK once. I was in Portsmouth. If you said Portsmouth, right? Portsmouth, yes. And all I saw was the inside of a pub and a bunch of beer, and I didn't really appreciate it while I was there. So I didn't understand any of the fashion or anything around me at the point except for the beer that I was drinking at the pub. I was rather young. I was in the Navy. We were doing a port call there. So, so like Luke said, there was a logo. It was very small. And I was like, gosh, that's too small. I needed something bigger. And you're like, yeah, you're just saying that because you're from Texas. And I'm like, well, not really. I mean, it's quite common here to have giant logos on your chest. And Luke was offended at the idea of this. So I said, you know what? We agreed we're going to have two different lines.
Yeah, man. I love it.
Yeah, that was it, guys. Thanks. Great job once again, and I'll get out of here.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
I love the T-shirt, man. Well done. Cool.
So our community are so creative, that's for sure.
Oh, we've got the best, man. We've got the best community out there. Like,
hands down. Hands down. I put that up against any other community in Discord that I've been privy to. Hands down. Best community in the whole Discord universe. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
No doubt. J Foxy J, we're requesting you. I'll give you 5 more seconds. And sadly, we'll have to move.
There is a link at the top of the screen. You have to accept the invite to come on stage if you're requesting to speak. There it is.
Yo.
Hey,
I'm on the phone, so how y'all doing, everybody?
Hey, doing fantastic.
So I'm fairly new. Shout out to Bearable Bull. I was referred to this community and this whole project by him. I'm just curious. So how essentially the nests work is it provides a form of tokens by day, which is 0.225 per nest, correct?
Yeah, correct. So we give a return of 0.225 per day.
And then that is allocated from where? Just based off of y'all's investments?
So that comes from the rewards pool by the smart contracts. The smart contract automatically handles all of those transactions.
Oh, okay. All right, then. Well, I know this might sound stupid. So essentially, you would be able to create the passive income from that by day just by claiming the fire tokens each day?
Correct. Yes, and the fire tokens have a market value based on market trading value, right? So there are a lot of really informative videos that Jordan has done that covers a lot of the topics which you're probably digging into right now.
Okay.
So if you guys, I'm going to give them a little shout out here in a shameless plug. If you guys are new to the Phoenix or new to the concept of the reflection token reward system, go give Phoenix Jordan Harry's YouTube a look and see there are a lot of videos. I think they're actually, Jordan, are they in the Phoenix YouTube channel as well?
Yeah, they're also in the how-to section of the Discord. So
right there you go.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, then that's all I have. Then. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah, appreciate it.
Thanks, Foxy. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Alrighty then, we've got another master NFT coming up right now. Big T, it's your time to shine.
Big T, great name.
I think Big T's been up before. Big T
Has been up before.
or Big Tie. Is it Big Tie? I think we did this
Yeah.
last time. It's
did,
probably
didn't we?
Big Tie.
Settled
I
on
like
Big
Big T, but Big Tie, settle the debate. Is it Tie? Is it T?
It's Big Ty.
See, there you go.
It's actually Tyson is my first name.
Full doxing here. What's your last name? Kidding. Don't answer it. You never know who's watching.
It's Marshall.
It's Marshall? Really? Is your middle name Eric? This is amazing. What a coincidence.
Yeah,
My middle name is actually Tyson. I'm kidding.
Yeah. So a couple quick things. Eric, you mentioned earlier about taking loans against fire. I'm curious as to know where you would be doing that at, because a lot of these places like Celsius or BlockFi only allow Bitcoin. Well, they have a variety of assets, but where would fire, or what company would allow you to do that with fire?
It's something that I'm working on currently with a wealth management company that I'm working with for private wealth management. So it may be a unique situation to me where it's a custom offering from a traditional financial institution that would actually give me dollars against a crypto position that had value. So it's not something. It's not like a commercially available product that's just on the market. It's more of a unique offering that I'm working on trying to, and it's really up in the air, guys. It's not a guaranteed. I'm working on it as a possibility if they'll allow me to do it or not. So they are well within their right to say no. They don't want to take the risk, but it's possible.
We said from day one that we wanted to really test and push and see what could be done in the realms between crypto and traditional finance.
Yeah.
And we're exploring things at the moment. So when we have things to report and things that are good, we'll let you know. But we're just exploring at the moment.
If it works out, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. And then just my next question too, regarding those 3,333,000
the repeating threes,
whatever it was. Yeah. So are you guys able to share how you developed the mathematical model for that, or is that proprietary stuff you don't want anybody to see?
Yeah, it's kind of like
it's out of curiosity more than anything.
Yeah, it's kind of like our secret sauce. The issue is, Big T, every time we've released a piece of information, we know that the competitors are in here watching us, because we release something and then all of a sudden everyone else is doing it a week later, and then it's saying, it's something Phoenix. So we'd love to give you guys everything, man. Like when we started, we wanted to make this like open source. We wanted to make it, completely out there for everyone. But, we don't know everyone in the industry. And, we don't want them to have control over something that's so lovely. So, we don't want them to perverse it, and turn it into something that's bad. So I'm sorry that we can't share it. I'd love to. I really would.
Sure.
But for now, maybe in the future as we progress. But yeah, for now we have to protect our mathematics. This is what sets us apart.
Sure. Yeah, I appreciate it. Appreciate you answering that. Thank you. That's all I have.
Yeah, I'd say the proof is in the pudding for sustainability. I mean, if you look at crypto and as a whole in the last month, it's been through a lot, and we really haven't had a whole lot of problems. We've had a little ups and downs, and we've moved price. Some price actions moved a little bit, but if you zoom, you want from a passive income play.
Pretty resilient, which is quite nice.
Resiliency, right? Yeah, which goes into play with sustainability.
Yeah, it's good to see. It's nice to see that stress test, because and it's nice to see that we're not as tied to centralized crypto prices as we thought, because that was something that we wanted to break.
Entirely.
Exactly. So, guys, it's going how we planned, which is great news. Yeah, man. Awesome. Should we get another one up?
Yeah, we've got 10-minute warning. So
10-minute warning. Let's get TH Mick up. I'll kick you down, Big T. Thanks for coming up, man.
Big Tie. He clarified it, y'all.
Yeah,
Big Tie.
English accent.
American English.
You guys act like you invented the language.
I know it's all English.
Oh, whilst we argue, TH Mick, I've seen you on Twitter, but I don't recall your Twitter handle. But you've been doing nothing but positivity for the community. So thank you for your work, man. I'm hoping you accept the invite to come up and speak.
There we go. I was gonna say it looks like he's away.
Hey guys.
Hey,
How's
man.
it going? Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Long time listener, first time caller.
I was expecting that. Thank you.
So first of all, congrats on today's AMA. It seems like the biggest one, I imagine.
Yeah, we've actually gotten some staff members who've helped us to organize. We used to just come up here and hang around like it's a lounge and have a good time and shoot from the hip. We've become a lot more organized the last 2 weeks.
Awesome. I love it.
Yep. Hope you guys
and
like
it's
that.
also nice to put a face to the voice.
Yeah, I probably sound better than I look, though.
No, I wouldn't say that. Anyway, so I actually wanted to just jump up and tell you guys I have a gift for you.
Oh.
Hey, what?
Luke might know what that is. So I actually own a website that, resembles the name of Phoenix Community Capital. So I want to throw that my hat in the ring. I bought it before I even knew what the project was. Like, was it going to go? Was it another, project that who knows where it was going to go? So I just picked it up after seeing the Twitter page get updated to Phoenix Community Capital. So I just want to tell you guys, I want to gift that to you guys.
What is the website?
So
Exactly.
it's phoenixcommunitycapital.com. I just own the domain. That's it.
Oh, man.
Oh, that would be huge. I think we actually looked at that at some point and
you
said,
guys were
wow.
talking about a merch page, and what better merch page than phoenixcommunitycapital.com?
Oh, man.
Let's get in contact.
Yeah, I mean, I like I say, after so many AMAs and get to know you guys and getting to love the project, at first I was like, oh, maybe I can, make a little money on this thing. But at this point, it's like, yeah, more than happy to throw my hat in the ring.
What a lovely thing, man. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining our journey. I remember you messaged me early on, and I apologize I didn't come back to you, man.
Oh, it's fine. Like I say, I know you guys are super busy, and it's been fun to see the growth.
Thanks. It's been crazy. And thank you so much for your support, man. I regularly check your stuff on Twitter. And it's lovely to see. Thank you. Thank you. I guess Eric's going to agree with me. We graciously accept and we'd love
Yes.
to
Yes, thank you.
that.
I said let's get in touch. Like let's continue the conversation. Yes, but yes, thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Other than that, I mean, yeah, congrats, and I'm excited to be, part of the future of Phoenix. So.
Wow, appreciate it so much.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
About 6-minute warning. Let's see if we can get a few more up here before we run out of time.
Oh, what a gesture of
That's
trust.
huge. Yeah.
Hey there.
Hey, that's awesome, by the way. New domain.
That's I was speechless. My wife literally ran in the room and was like, say thank you. And I was like, I was like speechless.
Well, hey, I had a question about your incubator. So you guys have brought it up before, and I've heard it mentioned as both like Shark Tank as an incubator. But I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about that, how you're finding companies, vetting them, what stage of companies you're even looking for, are they idea, seed, growth investment, majority buyout, and even really what you envision for that. Is it like a full incubator program similar to like Techstars and Y Combinator, or is it really like a, hey, here's a minority investment, go for it, we'll see what happens?
Can I take this one?
Absolutely, yes. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. I have a vision of creating the next generation of crypto CEOs. I want some of the brightest minds in the world to be working together on pushing Web3 and the sustainment of humanity. Right? We have to think about the big picture here. Yeah, this is the pipe dream. So the first step is, number one, to create something that allows people to create what they want. that was Phoenix Community Capital. So now what we're doing is we're developing the incubation center of it. Now at the moment we're either running under guidance, so we're guiding projects, or we're taking over full management and development of the project in support of the team. We're actively looking, we're thinking, about following these two arms, so to support teams, and then to bring in-house the really juicy projects and take those to market ourselves. We think that's the best way to go. Thanks.
Yeah, no buyouts, no majority buyouts at this point. We're really into the stuff that's not really been established yet, so early seed type stuff. That's where we're focusing. I think it's fair to say, right, Luke?
Yeah, man. Yeah, like we wanna take the little brainchild and develop it, because the best ideas are the ones that we have in the shower. You know what I mean? And it just burns and it eats in the back of your head. And you think, oh man, that brainworm. That's what we want to hear about.
Okay. Couple of follow-up questions then. Are you focusing on a specific vertical with the companies that you're looking at? And do you have advisors and operating partners who have done these kind of logistics and optimization before?
Lovely. So we're thinking cross industry. However, most of the majority of these for now are Web3 based projects. As with any new project of the game, we don't have a full wealth of experience. But I'll tell you what we did do. We built PCC from the ground up. We brought it to where it is now. I have confidence in my team. We've got a great team filling up around us. And I tell you now, I feel fully confident with their abilities to develop all of these projects. As we progress as well, we're bringing on higher and higher level of advisors, and we have some really key announcements to make over the coming weeks.
So maybe a really short-term announcement in that arena. But we've been in discussions with advisors, right? There is one in particular that is extended an offer to work with us and to help advise us. And I don't want to give out any names. I don't know how comfortable he is at this point, but we're going to have to at some point. But he runs a hedge fund in the United States, SEC certified financial advisor. And so we've already had conversations with him. As far as verticals we're looking at, entertainment. We mentioned movies and video games earlier, so that's a vertical we're looking into is entertainment. We've got some connections on our team into some pretty interesting places in Hollywood. So when we said movies earlier, I don't want to oversell it, but A-list actors are not off the table. Like we could get some A-list actors in some really nice pre-vetted scripts and do some production stuff. And then the video games are like legit video game studios, not just some bunch of recent college grads that think they can pull it off. These are like seasoned experts who've actually done it before. So we would take on some more of like a publisher or a producer type role in the entertainment business for investment capital back and obviously an ROI on that. Crypto is a big one. I think that's about it right now. Real estate. I think there was some discussion around entertainment, real estate, maybe some rentals, stuff like that we've discussed, but nothing firm.
Okay, no, that helps a lot. I appreciate the candid nature you're speaking here. So, one last question then. I'm just curious, how do you even manage like the dilution of what you're offering and what you're up to? I've seen stars in the eyes of startup founders before who then say, we're going to go here and we're going to do this and we're going to revolutionize all these different verticals, and they end up diluting their product to the point where they just lose focus, right? How are you managing that?
I think we just take an honest, so we sit around the table together, virtually speaking, and we take an honest look at everything we want to do. And Luke and I have a very good way, and a lot of the team members have a very good way of playing this thing out. What's the 1 year, what's the 5 year, what's the 10-year implication of what we're trying to do in this, and then in this direction, and is the juice worth the squeeze? It's one thing to dream big, but if your dreams are unattainable or unrealistic, you have to ground yourself in reality as well. So that's we take a good hard look in the mirror and say, what can we actually achieve? Set realistic goals and go achieve those goals. Does that kind of answer what you're asking?
It does, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, to a point, I understand, both like trying to balance it, right? But I just, again, I'm just curious by seeing, previous examples of companies just dilute themselves so much that they're trying to run too many things.
So we also hire people. We've been hiring quietly. We've
Which-
made announcements on several people, but we haven't made an announcement on every single employee. What are we up to now, Jordan or Luke? Do you know? Is it like 30 people on the payroll?
28.
28? Yeah, it's close. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we haven't announced all of them. So there's more people behind us that are helping pull their, and we're delegating and letting people do. And so Luke and I are taking more of a, hey guys, go do this, and then report back and let us sort of guide and steer the direction like a board of directors should do. And then, that's
effective project management from the team, clear and effective leadership from the senior leadership team, coupled with extensive planning and a wealth of experience. We're not young 18-year-old whippersnappers out of college. We were all once, but it's not it's not our first rodeo. It's our first crypto token, but it's not our first rodeo, and we're excited. We feel that we've got the right people around us, and as you know, Frizz, every project is about the team, and the teams that that are going into these projects that we're incubating. They're second to none. The Swapsicle team, I can't wait for you guys to meet them. You're going to be blown away massively. The Pink Banana team, when you guys meet them, you're going to be blown away. And then, it's, I think, I understand your concerns, and thank you for bringing them, because, Eric and I have been spread thin at times during this journey, but please rest be assured that now we are the most supported we've been. We're able to look at all the information effectively, and our advisors are operating in the best manner possible. So that's a good place to be, mate.
Yeah, and I appreciate you talking through it, and that you're hiring people. Frankly, too many times you see everybody trying to wear every single hat and not hiring quick enough. So,
oh God, no,
definitely concerned. But
no, that's not sustainable at all. I would probably be divorced if I tried to do that, because I'd be married to work, and that would be terrible.
Oh.
Who wants that? I don't want that. I'm not a control freak though.
Plenty of startup founders do that, but I'm glad to see you guys are taking a balanced approach to it. So thank you for speaking through all that.
Yeah. I think we're a little over, like 5 minutes over on our estimation for timing here, Luke.
Guys.
Yeah, and courtesy to Luke, I think we're going to go ahead and call it quits. Unfortunately, we can't get to everybody this time. I apologize. It just has to, we have to define a cutoff at some point. Maybe we can figure out a way to get some, I don't know. I thought this was actually a really good format. I'm not even going to say anything bad about it. I'm sorry we couldn't get to everybody. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. No, thanks for your questions, guys. And thank you, Jordan, for hosting. Everyone who's here, we love you, and we're so happy that you're here for our journey. We hope that you are going to ask your questions, and we'll be around in the chat as much as possible. Eric and I are going to be a bit more present in the chat room moving forward. We're sorry that we haven't been. We've just been a little bit snowed under, but as time frees up,
it's the more staff we add, the more time we give back to ourselves to engage the community, and I look forward to doing that more. As we did in the early days, I was very active, as was Luke. Look forward to getting back to that in the near future. So if you guys had questions you didn't get on stage, there is a AMA question section in the Discord where you can post a question in there, and then it can get either answered or selected for the next AMA for that section where we did the reading of previous questions. So appreciate your time, everybody. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Good night. God bless. Thank you.